Welcome. Before we get started on Volume 2 of Ascension, The Shift to the Fifth Dimension, the Arcturian Council, channeled by Daniel Scranton, I just wanted to reiterate a few things. In my search for material for this YouTube channel, over the years, I've contacted dozens upon dozens of organizations, people, etc., to get permission to, share the work. And this isn't fiction or nonfiction stuff, something that a person created. I generally go after stuff that has been channeled, and for various reasons. Anyway, most of the people say no. A benchmark for me when reading material as far as validity or, how many veils exist between the information and the channel, a real good benchmark for me is how easily a channel will allow that material to be shared. I mean, in essence, they're saying, this isn't me. I'm just a channel bringing the information from a higher frequency down to the masses, and that is as it should be, in my opinion. I've had situations where, I contacted a channel and, after reading the material and, in the material itself, it says dozens of times, this needs to be spread throughout the world. Okay, it needs to be shared. And the channel, holds on to this material like a egoic death grip. I mean, so it swings from one, day and night. I mean, there's channels that just think it's theirs, not going to share it. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Piss off. You're not going to share it. And then you got people like Daniel. You got people like Rana. You got people like Aaron Michelle. I mean, these are the true channels. And when you see individuals like that, it's, when they call them heart-based businesses. And when you have people that devote their lives, to helping other people raise their frequency or bringing messages through, when you see people like that, and if it interests you, support them. Buy their books, buy their audios, whatever. Just, every now and then, kick them a donation if you can, because these are the people that are making the difference. I mean, it was so simple with Daniel. I says, hi, I explained to him what I did. I sent him a link to my YouTube channel, and a lot of these people, it takes, a week or so to get back. And, probably within a couple of hours, Daniel got back and says, yeah, I think that'd be great if you did that. Simple as that, one sentence. I says, yeah, okay. So then after I just finished up the first book, and I wanted to presume nothing, so I wrote him again, and I says, people love your stuff. May I continue? And he says, yeah, go ahead. So, we're seeing more and more of these. We're seeing more and more true channels that realize what their service to humanity is. And they're merely a conduit. And they're a pure conduit bringing us. So, I just wanted to thank Daniel again. I wanted to thank all of you for helping support Daniel and Rana and Aaron and everybody I've got on the channel. Everybody that I've got, I've written. And, something like The Gnosis and the Law. That's a really obscure book, but it's a really important book. And, I didn't think there was a chance in, of getting that, but, here again. And I see this more and more every day. People are opening up, and it's only natural. So, thank you, everybody, for helping me promote you, which promotes, worldwide ascension. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, everybody. And now we're going to start Volume 2, and after that there's Volume 3, and then there's 2 more books after that. So, it's going to be a good time. So, let's begin. You are high-frequency conduits. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with you all. We are placing a great deal of our attention on how humanity is going to handle the influx of energies that you are receiving at this time. The reason why it is important for us to notice how you are handling the energies is because we need to constantly monitor how much transformation you are ready for. Now, some of you are ready to become your higher selves completely and ascend to the fifth dimension, but most of you are not. Most of humanity needs to experience much more of that fourth dimensional energy before you are ready to transform completely. Sometimes when you add high-frequency energy to an equation, it doesn't always give you the results you might expect. So most of humanity is being slowly coaxed into the hot bath of the fifth dimensional energies. But when those of you who are awakened are able to handle more, you sort of filter the energies for the rest of the collective. The energies move through you, they transform you, and then they are made available to the rest of humanity in that filtered form, which is a bit watered down. The trees and the animals do this as well, and you have joined them in their mission to help humanity, to ready all of you for those very high-frequency energies that are coming at the time of the shift. Now, when you perform an energy healing on someone, you send them the highest frequency energies they are ready for. When you send someone a transmission of love, you are literally sending that love at the highest frequency they are capable of handling. We are watching, we are monitoring, and we are working with you. So you can relax and know that you are doing enough just by being there and by being open to receive. This shift is not about doing, and it's not about defeating any dark forces. This shift is about all of you being the highest frequency conduits of energies that you can possibly be. Lifting the veil. We are very interested to see how you are going to enjoy the feeling of liberation when you release yourself from the limitations that you have placed upon you. This experience is one that you only get to have once, because you will never move from such a place of limitation to such a place of liberation. It's not possible in any of the other dimensional shifts that will make on your journey back to Source. The agreement that you have made to be third and now fourth dimensional before you incarnated is one that you did not take lightly. It is one that you knew would be the ultimate challenge of existence. And now that you are closing in on letting go of all that limitation, we can feel the excitement and enthusiasm with you. We want you to know that the freedom from limitation that we are talking about has nothing at all to do with money, borders, governments, or even the cabal, Illuminati, whatever name they are being called in this moment. You will be the ones who lift the veil, and that will occur in the moment you truly recognize that you are infinite and eternal beings of light and love. When you start living that truth in every moment, then nothing about your economy can keep you down. No chemtrail is strong enough to lower your vibration, and there is nothing that anyone can do who is in one of those positions of power that will be able to put limitations back on you. One of the greatest illusions that you are living under is that people outside of you have any sort of control over you. They do not decide for you whether you are in your heart or not. That is all on you, and that is the freedom that you seek. Freedom from limitations. We have never mistaken you for beings who would let yourselves be controlled for others. You are not a species that wants to be under the thumb of any other being, including other humans. The fact that you agreed to incarnate on a planet and in a dimension where this type of oppression takes place means that you have done it for a very good reason. You wanted to know what it would feel like to have so much joy and so much freedom, and so you choose to experience the opposite first. The vast majority of humans are playing a game with themselves, and it is a game of limitation. Now, once that game is over, and there are far fewer limitations placed upon you, the feeling that you will have will be that of exhilaration. You will step into your power in a very bold way. And you'll also realize that you took on the oppressors because you have been them in previous lifetimes. It's not a punishment, it's not payback. It's not that type of karma at all. It's your willingness to experience something that will ultimately bring you to a place of sincere compassion for each other and for all who has ever been impressed on Earth and everywhere else in the galaxy. You are making this leap forward in your consciousness at the same time that you are throwing off the shackles of your limitations, the restrictions that you agreed to place upon yourselves. And the two experiences are linked. You are not here to defeat those who have been the oppressors, and they go by many names. We don't need to give you one of those names here. You all know who we are talking about. You are here to access your power in spite of the current state of affairs in your world. You are the ones who will bring forth the higher frequency energies and run them through you, and make them available to others in spite of the fact that you only enjoy a sliver of freedom that you have coming to you in this lifetime. Past life dreams. We are excited to give you the following transmission because we know how eager you all are to receive the positive reinforcement that comes from us. We have been noticing a significant increase in a number of individuals on planet Earth who are accessing the past life memories that we are referencing in the recent transmission. It is so important for you all to celebrate these little steps forward that you are taking, because if you put your attention on certain aspects of life on Earth right now, you could get discouraged, afraid, or even angry. So this is some very good news. The way that most individuals are accessing these past life memories is through dreams, and it doesn't matter whether they recognize these dreams as past life memories. At some point they will. Now, those of you who are awakened can also receive your past life memories in this way, and you will know what it is you are receiving in the moment that you wake up and remember those dreams. But you can also receive the downloads that you are being given while you are awake if you rest and relax. Close your eyes. Open your third eye to see what you can see. Whatever story comes to you is most certainly going to be a past life memory. And we can say that with certainty because when you intend to receive those memories, you almost always do. What is more challenging for you is trusting that what you are getting is real or that is relevant. All of these memories are helpful because they are connecting you different aspects of themselves, and they are helpful to those who are still asleep, and that it will become undeniable evidence to them that they have lived previously and that they will in fact continue to live after they die. Now, in this lifetime of the shift, not everyone will die, but it is important for everyone who is on the planet this time to awaken to the truth that they are eternal and infinite beings. This will be exactly what it will take for you all to shift. Use your power for the ascension of humankind. We have determined that the best approach for humanity in getting to a place you can all live together harmoniously is to look for the moment of connection that you have with people that you would not have expected to have anything in common with. When you remember those times when you met someone who looked very different from you and yet very similar beliefs, you open yourselves up to the possibility of a reality where everyone on Earth can get along and live on one harmonious planet. We know that asking you to see the divinity in yourself and all others is a very big ask. We also know that it is nearly impossible for some people to imagine themselves walking in another's shoes. But you've all had experiences with other humans where you were surprised at how much you had in common with someone who on the surface was so unlike you in every way. It is very hard to spot a person who is spiritual unless they are going out of their way to tell you with their attire or with what they are doing. You cannot just look at someone and determine whether or not they share your beliefs. The new age has been expanding as a community, and more people are waking up every day. If you, as the awakened ones, can practice this, then you send the message to the collective consciousness. You let everyone know in those moments that you are sharing your memories with the collective consciousness, that it's not only possible to make a connection with someone that you wouldn't expect to make the connection with, but it's also a reality in your experience. You really do want to experience a peaceful world, and while you cannot talk everyone else into laying down their weapons and hugging the person they see as their enemy, you can deliver this message to the human collective consciousness by admitting that you are wrong. Find instances when you made assumptions about other people that turned out to be wrong because you misjudged them. And we are talking about those instances when it was a negative judgment and the person turned out to be someone that you could really relate to. You are going to come to this harmonious society little by little and moment by moment. We know that you would like to see something that would bring about a broad and sweeping change. But just think about how many of you are awake right now and how you can contribute to the collective consciousness of humanity in such a positive way. You can send shock waves through your collective consciousness and do more for humanity in a moment than you could do in a lifetime of working at something physically. This is the power that you have as individuals and as the awakened collective, and we are just suggesting now that you use that power for the good of all, for the ascension of humankind. What will it take to get you to the shift? We are very interested in pursuing relationships with you as individuals because we are curious about the aspects of you that are also inside of us. We have been curious about humanity for so many reasons, including wondering exactly how you're going to manage with the energies of the shift in consciousness. As we get to know you individually and see you as the unique aspects of Source you are, we get to know more about ourselves. We are especially interested in how all you react to being presented with higher frequency energies. You're being given the option to allow these energies into your field, your chakra and your cells, and you also have the option of continuing on with what is familiar to you. You have the option of continuing to run third-dimensional energies through you, They are still present even though you've already shifted to the fourth dimension. They are available to you as an option because you have free will. They are not going to be swept away for you, and we are curious to see what it will take for you to choose the higher frequency energies that you've been made available to you, that are in fact around you at all times. Do you have to hit rock bottom, as many people suspect, to make positive changes? Do you need to have a mind-blowing experience in order to choose something different, something that will ultimately be better for you? Do you have to have a health scare? Can another person inspire you to choose the higher frequency energies? It is our hope that we can inspire you to do so. You choose by taking the right high road instead of engaging in the same argument that you've had several times with the same person. You choose by spending more time in nature and putting away your electronic devices. You choose by being true to yourself and the impulse that you have coming to you from within, rather than just doing what everyone expects you to do or what your parents did. You have that free will, and you are being nudged constantly to take advantage of the choice you have. You can choose that which is going to give you the best possible growth experience, or you can choose to remain where you are, treading water, and waiting for something to happen. We see many of you tuning in to predictions about what will happen, and far few of you tuning into the higher frequency energies, so that you can create what you want to experience. So what we are here to nudge you into doing, and as we get to know you and what inspires you, we'll also get to know ourselves. We get to see you in us and recognize the times when we don't choose the highest vibrational experiences that we could. You are helping us as much as we are helping you, and we are very eager to see what happens when you do make the choice to open up more to the higher frequency energies and what it will take to get you to do so. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you.